Oh boy, another rent payment that does absolutely nothing except giving me the right to live here for another 30 days. Feels like throwing money out of the window. If I'd buy something, at least I'd be building some form of ownership, right? The common perception is that if the bank payment is lower or equal to the rent payment, buying is the better option. But just comparing these two payments is very naive. You're comparing apples with oranges. The world is much more complicated than that, but we'll make it easy in this video. So let's get things straight and compare apples with apples so you have some clarity and can make the decision that is right for your life. There's one big reason why I generally like home ownership that I will tell you at the end, but it's not my decision what you should do with your money, it's yours. And the decision to buy a home or to not buy a home might be the biggest financial decision of your entire life. So it's definitely worth it to invest the next 10 minutes and watch this video. Don't you think? What's up everyone? Welcome to a new video from PerFinEx, the #1 financial planner for expats living in Germany. We upload easy to understand videos on real estate, investments, insurance and pensions every single week. So if you want to secure your financial future here in Germany, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us and secure your 30-minute session with us. Before we start comparing renting versus buying, let me say that this video will not give you a generalized answer that one is better than the other. I will never ever make the statement that everyone should buy or everyone should rent. Who am I to make this decision for you without even knowing you? The right decision depends on your financial situation, your life situation, your life planning, where you want to buy, what you want to buy, the goals you have. So many different factors that influence this decision, worth hundreds of thousands of euros. So the purpose of this video is to debunk the biggest myth I hear a lot, to look at the benefits of renting, the benefits of buying, so you have the information to make the decision that is right for you and your family. And at the end, I'll give you my personal opinion when we summarize. Let's start with the #1 myth that people say over and over again. They think it's true, but they have the wrong assumptions. Axel, rent is so high here in Germany, so high that I can buy a home with the money instead of wasting it for rent. Alright. The argument is that instead of paying money to the landlord and have no asset at the end of the month, you can also take a mortgage and pay the bank every month in exchange for your home. You do this for 20, 30, whatever years and boom, you own your home. Makes sense, right? 100 euro paid to the landlord, money's gone. 100 euro paid to the bank and eventually you will own a home. Not true. Let me walk you through the basic concept before you make any mistake and start rationalizing buying a home when you really shouldn't, or actually can't afford it. Your rent payment is easy. It's a payment for a service, like going to the cinema or using public transport with your public transport card. You pay rent and get to choose where you want to live. But what does your bank payment consist of? It's principal, that's the capital building part of the payment, so with every payment you'll own more and more of your home. And since the bank is not giving you money for free, you have to pay interest as well. So if you think that rent is wasted money, then interest is also wasted money. That's why we call it Mietzins in German, rental interest. It's gone as well. And it's not even tax deductible as a homeowner. We're not in the US. It's only deductible for real estate investors. On top of principal and interest, homeowners need to build up savings for maintenance in case something breaks. A tenant just calls his or her landlord. As homeowner, you are the landlord, so you have to pay for renovations and maintenance. So if you really want to compare the payment to the landlord with the payment to the bank, you have to compare the interest payment with the rent payment. Principal and maintenance is the savings part, and the tenant can save elsewhere as well. He just has much more options and is not forced by the bank to invest in his home. If you want to know what you can invest in here in Germany, check out our Investing in Germany Master course right here on YouTube. So please don't think that renting is a waste of money. It can make sense to rent and invest instead of buying a home. To help you make the decision that is right for you, let's look at the benefits of renting, followed by the benefits of buying, before we draw a conclusion. Real estate means Immobilie in German. Immobilie, immobile. And that's the name of the game. Tenants are just way more flexible than homeowners. But Axel, I'm as flexible as a tenant. I'll just sell my home if I need to. Really? As everything in Germany, selling your home is neither easy nor fast, as is buying a home. And imagine you want to move out of your home for whatever reason, and nobody wants to pay the price you want. Or nobody wants to buy your home at all, which would be even worse. A tenant just cancels his rental contract and moves out. Renting just gives you significantly more freedom. Renting is also significantly less work, stress, and effort. If something goes wrong with the property, the heating system fails, a water pipe breaks, you got humidity in the basement, it's the landlord's responsibility to pay for maintenance, not the tenant's. So instead of spending your money on a new roof, a tenant can invest or spend his money as he seems fit. You just pay your rent and that's it. And that brings us to the final benefit of renting in this video. Rent payments are pretty plannable costs. Besides potential increases year over year, your rent will remain steady. No extra costs. You also have the peace of mind of being debt-free. We all know these stories of people struggling to pay their mortgage each month. Hopefully only from hearsay and not from your own personal financial situation, because then you bought a home that is simply too big for you. If you want to know how much real estate you can afford, let me know, drop a comment below, and I'll make a separate video about it. Is buying a home a bad idea now? Not at all. The benefits of buying are, first of all, that you can do whatever the fuck you want. You want to get a pet? Go ahead. You want to paint the walls purple? Go ahead. You want to play your drum the whole weekend? Have fun. Home ownership gives you the ultimate freedom to do whatever you feel like. There's no landlord telling you what's allowed and what's not allowed. Nobody will tell you to leave or to vacate either. Except the bank if you can't pay them. The bank always wins. The second benefit, real estate as a general asset class, has been a pretty good investment over the last decade. The Postbank Wohnatlas calculates that the average prices for flats in Germany increased by 7.2% in 2018. After inflation. You're not sure what inflation is? Check right here. 7.2% is pretty good, and we here in Munich are number one. It's actually not that great. What's great is that homeowners usually leverage their money with a mortgage from the bank. So you only put up 20%, 10%, or ideally 0% of the property value while borrowing the rest from the bank. This means you get 100% if the value of your home rises, even though you didn't pay for it yet. As an example, if you bought a home for 500,000 euros that increased, like Postbank study says, by 7.2% over 1 year, that's a casual average German salary just from appreciation alone. And you get to keep it as the owner. So if you put 50,000 euros down and get a 36,000 euro return, that's a whopping 72% return on your money. Where else can you get a 72% on your money under normal circumstances? At the beginning of this video, I told you there's one big reason why I like homeownership, and it's benefit number 3, forced savings. If you get a mortgage, the bank will force you to save money for the long term. Sounds bad? But let's be honest. Most people don't save or even invest. You just spend all your money or leave it on a bank account for a 0% return. At least the bank forces you to beat investing fail number 1, procrastination. Wonder what other investing fails you can make? Check the info box right here. Now, there's many more benefits and downsides in the renting versus buying debate, but I've seen in our YouTube analytics that you guys don't like these long videos. That's why we're gonna draw a conclusion right now. Let me know in the comments if you want more information on something. So what's better now? As always, it depends. There's no general right or wrong in the renting versus buying debate, and that's the reason why we're having this debate for decades now. It's just not a simple decision. What do you prefer, renting or buying? Let me know in the comments. And if you're not sure what is right for you and how to approach the situation, secure your 30-minute free session with us and we'll help you out. Because whatever way you choose wisely, so your decision will become a blessing and not a curse. See you in the next video.